Hello, I'm live. So I hope some of you can join me today for this live about how to build multiple businesses and manage it. The first word is patience. They don't grow like overnight. You have to be patient. So my first idea is sometimes you have multiple passions and you have multiple business ideas that you want to start them all, and you wish you can start them all and then they will all be juggling in the air. But my advice to you is start. The number one advice, start one, and the one you start is the one that can make you the most money quickly and also pay your bills. That's the one you start first. So I've done videos on how to start a business while you're working full time. It's on my YouTube channel. You go to YouTube and you put in Juliana Kennedy CPA. I think it's the very first one that I did. So while you are working, you can start something on a part-time basis. So when you transition into it, it has to be the one that pays your bills. That's the number one business that you start. And that's the one that it doesn't have to be that's the one you love the most, but as long as it can pay your bills. So some of you are computer IT experts, you are marketing experts, SEO experts. But what I'm finding is that I see people, these are their backgrounds, but then they see some coaches making money telling people about mindset and telling them this that is not related to what they went to school for, and they are stressing because they are not making the money that they want to make, and they're frustrated. But you're going to have to do something that will make you money and also make you be able to survive. So first, do the one that make you the money the most. If you're an IT, do some IT services. And if you're a social media manager, when you're in your real job, full-time job, do that because that's the one that can bring you the money quickest. All right. Once you have that one settled and it's on autopilot, that you have all your systems in place and you'll be able to hire somebody and teach them how to do it, then you pull yourself back. So that should take about 80% of your time. 20% of your time you can use it to start your next business. The way you do it is that you start it small, all right, with 20% of your time. So 80% is still on the one that make you the most money. And then you're going to step back 20%. So you're going to hire somebody to handle that 20% that you are not doing, all right? Then when that one also stabilizes, the second one stabilizes, like you're able to hire somebody to handle the second one. And the second one can be something that you love to do for fun. You see, I do this thing here, and I brought visual for you all today. These are beads from Ghana. It's made by their locals, and I brought them here because I just love the colors. The bracelets, there's some necklaces and stuff. I'm an accountant. I have no business doing this, but I just love the colors. And to me, it's like a relaxation thing for me. Not necessarily for the money, but I do it so that I can, relax my brain and stuff. And that's a fun thing for me. And it does make me money now. It's been a while since I've been doing this. And if you have kids, you get them involved in the second one, the passion one, the one that doesn't require technical skills. So if I have to use myself an example, I have a CPA practice. I have a training business for the Quickbooks and the Waveapps. And this is my third thing that I'm doing for fun. I started it with my kids, and now they're in college, so I'm stuck with it. But that's okay. I'm an empty nest, so I have time to play with these things on there. So that's the third company that I do. Okay, and then the fourth one, you see the artwork behind me, the red and the thing. This my other daughter. She is an artist, so those are her drawings that I also manage for her because she's in college. So one could say that's another company that we set up for her. So by myself, I have about four companies that I'm running. But the first thing I did was I did the accounting practice first and focused all my attention. And now the accounting practice is stabilized. So now I'm bringing in help to help me with the tax returns and the client work. I still do the consulting on my own because that's the only in here that I can do the consulting. And then I got into the training also. I'm doing the training, but eventually I'll bring on some people to do the training when I feel I've trained them enough to give people the quality of what I'm looking for. So number one is the accounting practice. The second is the training. The third is my little jewelry, little visual here. Um, and then the fourth is my daughter's stuff. And I have my husband who's also a musician. So I'm managing that also for him. So long story short, you have to make sure the first one is the one that makes you the most money. Okay. So then the second one is the one that you may be passionate about or can make you more money. And then when the second one also stabilizes and you can pull yourself again another 20% away from it, you hire somebody else to take over that one. Not completely, because you still keep your eye in it. You see Elon Musk, he has like 3, 4 businesses and people go crazy about how he can do it. This is the strategy. I don't know him personally and I don't know if that's what he's doing, but guiding my clients, this is the strategies that I use to help them, because most of my clients have 2, 3, 4 businesses, and then we use this strategy. And so it's a proven fact. I'm using it myself. I'm guiding my clients to use it. So I know it can be done. All you have to do is just skip some TV shows. And for some of it, you can do while you're watching TV, like these things here. I put these tags on them so I can have like inventory IDs, because they come from the villages in Ghana and they don't come. Actually, let me see. I have new shipment here. Like it comes like these. They don't have any labels or anything. So I put the labels on them so that I can have the some numbers or inventory numbers, so I can track them and know how many is in stock and things like that. So while I'm watching something on YouTube or something, I can do this on a casual basis. So some of the things, it doesn't require you to think. You can do while you are relaxing. And so whatever business you do, make sure that you can oh, hi Kathy, you made it. Awesome. I see you. So make sure that it can handle itself financially. So initially, the first company is the one that makes you the most money. The second company, you pull yourself 20% from your first company, and then you hire somebody to help on the first company, 20%, but you still work at 80%. And then the second company, when it's able to handle itself, you can hire help too. And I mean, you can hire help from the beginning. If you can trust the person and know that the person will do it to the best of their ability and to your satisfaction, you can hire people. But make sure before you hire someone that it is something that you know the ins and outs of it before you hire somebody else to handle it. So one, do the one with the most money. Second, pull yourself away 20%. Use that energy to build the second company. Get help if you need it. If you can afford it, do that. Then when the second company also becomes autopilot, you can also pull yourself away and then start the third company and then the fourth company. So you use that strategy. Eventually you pull yourself, and then you have, say, if you end up with 5 companies, you can put yourself 20% here, 20% here, 20% here, 20% here. I once watched an interview of Elon Musk, and they were asking him, "How do you divvy up your time?" And he was talking about how he spends like Monday, Tuesday in one company, and then I think Wednesday, Thursday in another company, and then a third. It's not exact. I don't remember. It's on YouTube. You can find it. But he talks about how he divides his time up. So it's not like every day he does something on each one of them, or sometimes he may, you know. But one of the tip I think I took away was all the emails come to one spot, and then he has his assistant go through it. I'm not saying what he's doing is the right way. Nobody's way is the right way. You define what is the right way for you. Everything is individualized. No coach should tell you that their way is the way. Okay, that's wrong, because we are all individuals and we have our own divine guidance. And so I cannot tell you that what I did is the right way. You have your own way. I'm there to guide you. So you get your vision. I'm just there to give you the guardrails and then tell you about the experience and how I'm guiding my clients. Okay. So coming back, so you on the first and second, once those of them, both of them are stabilized financially also, then you can start the third one. One word of caution: do not drain the finances of the first company and the second company to handle the third. Any other additional company that you add on to your first, if it's not making money by the time it's like 6 months on its own, at least to break even. Like, what we mean by break even, it means that the revenue that is coming in is able to handle all the expenses related to that company. Then you might want to reconsider and see, is it worth pursuing the third company, or even the second company, is it worth pursuing? So I say give it 6 months to a year run. And if it's not making money, don't waste your time. Put your energy back into the first company and make it run. Otherwise, you keep going. If it's able to at least break even in the first year, then you can keep going. Do not drain the bank account of the first and second to fund the third or the fifth or the sixth. Some people have 7. Kudos to them, but I think my head can wrap around 5. After that, I don't think I can handle it more than that, even though I deal with numbers all the time. But to do everything effectively, unless you have a good team behind you, I'll say, for me personally, 4, 5, that's enough. Now, the other thing that you can probably do that will not take too much time from you is real estate investing. So the way the real estate investing is, I'll do a whole chapter. I think I should write a book. I've done a whole thing on real estate investing. When you're a coach, most of you don't have a lot of expenses. So I've done Facebook Lives on this topic. It's on my YouTube channel. If you go there, Juliana, you put in Juliana Kennedy CPA, about how to use real estate to grow your wealth. It's a whole bunch of them. And I also cover in detail the strategies and the tax code, especially those of you in the United States, how the tax code can help you build your wealth. That's totally covered in my accounting and tax course. However, I'm thinking about breaking that course up. And so if that's the topic you want to buy, you can buy just that topic. I don't know how much yet. I'm thinking like $197. So you can buy per topic right now. And those of you who are still struggling, trying to figure out your target for 2020, I do have the budget that I did. I give you the and I'll give you the template. And so with the template, you can just drop in your figures that you want to achieve for the year, and it kind of guides you. And there's a column, I believe, for actual, so you can do comparison. Those of you who don't have QuickBooks, you can use that to build. It's in Google Sheet and Excel. So if you want that copy of it, just message me, and then I'll be able to give you the link, or check my feed. It's in there, or go to julianakennedykcpa.com. If you click on courses, it's right there. It will say 2020 budget, how to build a realistic budget for 2020. I believe it's $37. So that's chump change for something that is going to help you stay focused on your goals. All right. So pretty much that's a few of the ideas that I want to tell you. One, start the first company, the one that makes you the most money the quickest. So most of you use your skills. If you're IT person, you went to school for IT, do not ditch that. There's a reason why you took that course. If you're a marketing person, communication, copy editing, whatever you went to school for, use that. This day and age, that you can make any skill that you obtained or any previous experience that you have, you can come up with a course, or you can come up with a business idea. So many entrepreneurs are online. You can always come up with it. If you're not sure what to do, send me a private message. We'll brainstorm and I'll pull something out of you, so that whatever skill that you already have, you can generate money with that skill first. And then after that, you can go after your passions. All right? Because there's no need to struggle. There's no need to stress about money if you already have a skill that you can use. It's called marketable skills. All right? So do that first. Then from there, when that business is on autopilot and you can hire other people to do it, do the second one. And then the third and the fourth and the fifth. I do not want you to drain the bank account of the first company to keep funding the second one of your passion if it's not surviving on its own after a year and a half to 2 years. Okay, that's not set in stone. It's up to you. Every business is different, but I hate to see clients who just let the second business keep going and draining the first company and the resources just to hold on to the passion, just because they love doing that. If it's your passion and it's not making money, it gotta go. Okay, so that's my little tidbit on that one. And again, I mentioned about real estate investing. If you want to hear more about it, let me know. Otherwise, you can check my YouTube channel. There's a whole series on it over there. You can get into real estate investing. You don't have to drain yourself to manage the properties. You can hire property managers. Not full time, but you can hire them. They can deal with the plumbing issues if the renters have issues. And so you don't have to touch a broom when you're a real estate investor. So all of it is something that you can use to build your wealth. Okay, so build your wealth and grow your businesses. But of all of it, you need to be patient. These things don't grow overnight. So patience is one of the key for building multiple businesses. Don't expect it to grow like that and then it will start making you millions. It takes time to get business from these things. So you have to be patient. So one, stick to your skill first, build on your passion business nest, and then the nest and the nest. All right. So it's almost 20 minutes. Do you have any questions for me? Okay, I'm waiting to see if you have questions, because sometimes it doesn't show the questions for some reason. But I'm going to hold on for a few minutes. I try to keep my Facebook lives my videos at 20 minutes. So if you have any questions for me, pop it in. And if I don't hear anything, then I'll stop it around 20 minutes so that I don't make you bored over here. So again, like I said, you can run the first one, but of all of it, make sure that you have an accounting system to support you. So right now, there is the free Waveapps is over here. You can use it to do a bunch of stuff. Everything pretty much that QuickBooks can do, Waveapps can do. So you can do invoicing, bills, connect your bank, reconciliation, payroll, all these here you can use for that. So if you don't have any money and you're just starting up, there's no reason to stress. You do need to use an accounting system to help yourself. So I'm watching to see if it's yeah, there we go. So right now, these programs here is a free one. Waveapps is a free software. They've been bought by H&R Block, and I don't know if they will start charging or not. But for now, it's free. So if you have a business, there's no reason not to use an accounting software. I know some of you are using Excel. That may be too consuming, that time consuming. So just sign up with this company here, and you can use it for invoicing, purchases, connect your bank, do payroll, do all kinds of reports, like any reports that you want. There is let's see here. You can run a profit and loss, or there's some people call it income statement. Canada, you call it income statement. And these were designed by Canadians. So those of you in Canada, you can use this to do whatever you want. Okay, I think they are doing some upgrading, so it's not. There we go. So there's the profit and loss. In America, we call profit and loss, or we can call it income statement. There's the balance sheet, cash flow. There's let me see, the sales tax in here, payroll reports. And if you have a little bit of money, then I'll suggest you use QuickBooks. So QuickBooks pretty much does the same thing as the Waveapps, except you pay, there's a fee for it, but it's more sophisticated than the Waveapps. So the difference is that this here, all the states get to pay their payroll taxes electronically. In Waveapps, they don't cover all the states yet, because they're still new, they're still building on the software. QuickBooks has been around since 1994. At least that was the first time I came across it, and I've been training it since then. So it's been a while. So Waveapps is quite new, so I know that with time they will also get there. But if you intend to build your company to a higher level where you're going to need all the bells and whistles, I think QuickBooks is now about $60 or $70. But if you have a CPA, they might give you their discount. So you can maybe use that for it. Again, you can run any reports in here as well. And so all the companies that you have, I suggest you set up a different account QuickBooks subscription for them, and so you can keep track of everything. Don't put all the monies into one bank account. Every company should have its own tax ID, and then every company should have its own accounting system, because someday you may want to spin off one of them, then you don't have to do a lot of dividing up. So set up each one by its own entity, even if it's sole proprietorship or partnership or LLC or corporation or S corp. Set them all individually. Again, that's something that I can help you with if you are interested and you need help with. If you let me know, I'll be more than happy to work with you. I do free 20-minute complimentary session. And so that you don't owe me anything. You don't have to sign up with me if you don't want to, but it will do you a lot of good. Okay, so not it's good. Thanks. Okay, I have to go. All right. Thank you, Kathy, for joining me. So anyway, it's about 25 minutes. I went on rambling when I got into QuickBooks and Waveapps, because it's very, very important that if you have a business, that you have an accounting system, because that's your way of telling the universe that you're ready to receive money. If somebody call you today and say, can you send me an invoice? Then you'll be struggling trying to find out how to give them an invoice. But if you set up the accounting system from the get-go, if somebody call you and say, okay, how much do I owe you? And then quickly you can do that. I know PayPal and Stripe and all those companies are there. You can use those, but those people don't pick up your expenses. So I'm telling everybody, if you need it, please set up an account, the free one, the Waveapps. I do have the training pre-recorded here too. So if you need it, let me know. You can learn it in 75 minutes. All the bells and whistles on how to use Waveapps. I've simplified everything. I like simplicity. So long story short, I think I've gone way over my 20 minutes that I intended to do. So that'll be all for now. And if you have any questions, please pop in the comments. I will come back and respond to you, or send me a private message if you don't want your information in the public. If you have a question and it's private, go ahead and send me a private message and we get going. All right. So that's my little secret about how to manage multiple businesses. I hope you found this useful, and let me know. Thank you, and God bless you all.